You've also had to deal with a lot. So much has happened in the last few months. You've also had, prominent leaders in your party speaking out against you, your style of leadership. I think one of your party leaders is currently, has said today that he has full praise for Mr. Modi's prime ministership, for instance. There's a sense that the AAP is very unsettled as a party, and there are questions that have been raised about your style of leadership in particular. How would you respond to that criticism?
Firstly, let me say with all strength at my command that the Aam Aadmi Party has more inner party democracy than any other party in this country. Number one. Number two, it's a new party, just 1.5 years, 2 years old party. We can't expect everything to be hunky-dory in this party. There are a lot of things which may not be in order. We are putting our best efforts to put them in order. मेरे में भी 100 कमियां हो सकती हैं, मैं उनको भी ठीक करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. मैं भगवान नहीं हूं, मैं इंसान हूं. पर एक चीज है, हमारी नीयत साफ है, हमारी नीयत खराब नहीं है. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. Our intentions are noble.
You don't think that there's something about your style of leadership that needs to change, because you have people like Shanti Bhushan, for instance, who have been critical. I mean, these are people who are founder members of your movement, of your party. Do you take their criticism as constructive, as something that you can work on?
Of course. Shanti Bhushan ji, I have huge respect for him. I greatly admire him. I greatly respect him. He is an elder for us and he is a guide for us. उनका हक बनता है, वो मुझे 2 थप्पड़ भी मार सकते हैं. So whatever issues he has raised, we'll work on it.
All right, Arvind Kejriwal, interesting times here as far as Delhi politics is concerned in particular. Thank you very much for joining us on the program tonight. As you take your next steps now, let's see whether Delhi does finally have that election, or whether the BJP does indeed make an attempt to form a government. Well, we'll also be, just to bring you a quick news update in a short while from now, playing out an interview or a comment, I believe, that the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister has given to Doordarshan, which seems to be the only mode of communication currently. So do stay tuned for that. But first, on this situation in Delhi, we have Professor Yogendra Yadav, the Chief Spokesperson of AAP, Aman Sinha, lawyer and spokesperson from the BJP, and Dr. Abhishek Singhvi, spokesperson of the Congress Party, joining us tonight. Aman Sinha, let me ask you first, the BJP really seems to be on the back foot today. After this sting operation that has been conducted yesterday, the Supreme Court also saying that, we need to sort this out quickly, or there could be horse trading. Mr. Sinha.
No, Nidhi, I'll respectfully beg to differ with you. In fact, the Supreme Court of India was also by and large satisfied with the steps taken by Honorable Lieutenant Governor in order to explore the possibilities of government formation. And the other issue, I may correct Mr. Kejriwal, they did indeed, they wanted to file this, their additional affidavit and these CDs, they brought it to court. Mr. Kejriwal was himself there. However, in view of our objections, and we said that, the Constitution Bench of Supreme Court is not the forum for getting into political allegations and counter allegations. And these are all, malicious, scandalous allegations which are raised just a day in advance, just in order to, influence the proceedings of the court. And therefore, court was inclined to agree with us, and they did not allow that particular CD and affidavit to be filed. And their counsel, Mr. Nariman, clearly read out the affidavit. I have a copy of the affidavit also, because I was arguing on behalf of the BJP. I don't know why Mr. Kejriwal is saying so. And that was rejected by the Supreme Court of India. And the third thing that that happened in Supreme Court was that Supreme Court said that perhaps they would be they would like to have expeditious disposal of this issue, and in due deference to the sentiments expressed by the court, I made a statement that as and when we receive any invite by the Honorable Lieutenant Governor, we will consider it, and without any delay we will take a structured view and we will share it with everybody.
Wear the spokesperson's hat for a moment, because I'm not a lawyer. I know Mr. Singhvi is, and he can fight with you on the legalese. But, why does it appear that the BJP is running away from elections in Delhi? Why is that?
No, Nidhi, absolutely not. And in fact, I think it's a premature question, because the invite is yet to come. We may consider the invite and, reject it also. We may accept forming the government also. But, we cannot prematurely formulate a view bearing in mind the political circumstances which prevail at that point in time. We will take a structured view on this matter, and the highest decision-making body of our party, which is the parliamentary board, is only authorized and competent to take a view. And whenever, if and when that invite comes to us, we'll take a view and we'll share it with everyone, including our friends from media.
Yogendra Yadav, it's very clear though that other people except the BJP seem to believe that the fairest and the best way to move forward really would be a fresh election at the end of the day, CD or no CD.
Absolutely. You see, this is quite clear that the BJP does not
is
have numbers in the...
Sorry, that's for Mr. Yogendra Yadav.
Can I respond, sir? I thought it was my turn.
Yes, go ahead.
It's quite clear that the BJP does not have numbers in the assembly. It does not have popular support, as many opinion polls have shown. It does not have the courage to face the people in elections. It doesn't clearly have moral qualms either after the sting yesterday. What it has is central government and capacity to influence decisions at that end. That is what it seems to be using. Incidentally, there was a second sting today, which was a public sting. Mr. Satish Upadhyay held a press conference, said all the lovely things that Aman Sinha is saying right now. As soon as the cameras were off, or he thought cameras were off, he said, "Hum sarkar bana rahe hain." This has been played out on television, as you know, through the day. So when I hear these innocent remarks about as and when Lieutenant Governor decides to invite us, we will consider, I can't help smiling. You know, question paper hasn't been distributed, but someone has already written out the answers. He's ready with the answer script.
Mr. Yadav,
that's what's happening.
Smiling.
So it's the BJP deciding to invite itself.
Oh, Mr. Yadav does have a unique
May
way
I just respond,
of putting things. No, Aman Sinha, I'll let you respond, but I want to ask Abhishek Singhvi one thing. That Mr. Singhvi, we've heard also some constitutional experts over the last few days talking about the possibility, which I asked Arvind Kejriwal as well, that the LG could have a secret ballot and allow the Delhi Assembly to elect its chief minister, and therefore party whips would not come into play. Now, as the legal expert yourself, do you think that that's a possibility at all?
Well, we are speculating, but if that happens, it would be completely wrong, unconstitutional, illegal.